I used to think the ruins were what you left behind. The broken walls, the fallen columns, the scattered sad design of us. I thought I was the archaeologist sifting through the debris. I thought I was the one who would study what we used to be. But I was wrong. The ruins on what you left, the ruins on me. I am the fallen structure, the broken edifice, the debris you didn't leave. Ruins in your wake, you left me, and I became the monument to our ending, the architecture of the flame. The empty halls, I am the fallen columns, the cracked floors, the broken throws of memory. I am the site of our disaster, the scene of the crime. I am the ruins now. I have been for some time. You didn't destroy me, you just left, and I couldn't hold myself together. I became the story of what we were, the cold and silent evidence of loss. I am the ruins now, and I'm learning to live with the rubble, learning to allow. Tourists come to visit me, friends and family concerned. They walk through my fallen corridors, the lessons I have learned. Written on the walls like graffiti, they take pictures of my decay. They say she used to be so beautiful, and then they look away. They don't know how to be with ruins. They don't know how to sit in the silence of collapse. They don't know how to admit that ruins can be beautiful too, in their own broken way. That ruins are not just endings, they're also the display. The broken throws of memory. I am the site of our disaster, the scene of the crime. I am the ruins now. I have been for some time. You did destroy me, you just left, and I couldn't hold myself together. I became the story of what we were, the cold and silent evidence of loss. I am the ruins now, and I'm learning to live with the rubble, learning to allow. But ruins are not the end, ruins are just the middle, between destruction and rebuilding, between the riddle and the answer. I am the ruins now, but I am also the architect. I am also the construction crew. I am also the project. I am the ruins now, but I am also the rebuild. I am the fallen walls and the new foundation, the seal of a different kind of structure, not a monument to us, a home for me. I am the ruins now, but I am also the architect, and I am drawing new plans, not to erase the old, but to incorporate the rubble into something new, something that honors what was lost and celebrates what is found. I am the ruins now, but I am not just ruins. I am the rebuild, I am the renewal, I am the resurrection. I am the ruins. It started raining, not a storm, not a flood, just a steady, persistent drizzle soaking into the mud of my heart. I didn't seek shelter, I didn't try to stay dry. I just stood in the downpour, looking up at the gray sky. I thought the rain was grief, or sorrow was the tears I couldn't cry. I thought it was punishment, penance, the evidence of the lie of us. But then I noticed that the rain was not just loss, it was also water, and water has its own cost. So I harvested the rain, I collected every drop, I caught it in buckets and barrels and cups until I had to stop, because I had more water than I knew what to do with. I harvested the rain, and I learned the gift of the myth of lost. The rain you left me with wasn't just your absence, it was also nourishment, it was also the essence of something new. I harvested the rain, and I drank from what you left. I turned your goodbye into a garden, into a gift, into a theft of sorrow from sorrow. I harvested the rain, and it wasn't enough to drown me, it was enough to sustain. I used the rain to water the seeds I'd forgotten I had, seeds of ambition, of creativity, of dreams I let go bad. I used the rain to wash the dust from the windows of my soul. I used the rain to clean the wounds that had never made me whole. I used the rain to quench the thirst of my neglected heart. I used the rain to make a new kind of art. The rain you left me with was not a curse, it was a resource, it was the fuel for my reclamation, the engine of my new course. So I harvested the rain, I collected every drop, I caught it in buckets and barrels and cups until I had to stop, because I had more water than I knew what to do with. I harvested the rain, and I learned the gift of the myth of lost. The rain you left me with wasn't just your absence, it was also nourishment, it was also the essence of something new. I harvested the rain, and I drank from what you left. I turned your goodbye into a garden, into a gift, into a theft of sorrow from sorrow. I harvested the rain, and it wasn't enough to drown me, it was enough to sustain. The rain is slow now, the clouds are starting to part. I don't need a harvest anymore, I have enough to start. A new season, the garden is growing, the seeds have become sprouts. I harvested the rain, now I'm learning what the harvest is about.
Precipitation
You were never whole, not really. You had cracks from the start. Hairline fractures in your armor, fissures in your heart. I saw them early, those tiny, thin lines of light. I thought they made you beautiful, unique, bright. I thought if I just memorized every crack, every break, I could protect you from further damage. For my own sake, I became a cartographer of your wounds, a map maker of your pain. I charted every fault line, every weakness, every strain. I memorized the cracks in you, the places you were weak. I thought if I knew them all, I could help you speak your wounds into healing. I thought if I just understood, I could be the glue that held you together, the one who could make you whole. I memorized the cracks, the fissures, the breaks. I thought my knowledge was devotion. I thought my attention was grace. But you didn't want to be fixed, you didn't want to be known. You just wanted someone to witness you as you crumbled alone. I knew which topics made you flinch, which memories made you bleed. I knew which compliments you'd accept, which ones you never need. I knew the exact pressure point of your insecurity. I knew the precise temperature of your fragility. I thought this knowledge was intimacy, a sign of our bond. I thought knowing your cracks meant I was uniquely fond of you. But knowing someone's wounds is not the same as loving them. It's just collecting evidence, it's just a requiem. I memorized the cracks in you, the places you were weak. I thought if I knew them all, I could help you speak your wounds into healing. I thought if I just understood, I could be the glue that held you together, the one who could make you whole. I memorized the cracks, the fissures, the breaks. I thought my knowledge was devotion. I thought my attention was grace. But you didn't want to be fixed, you didn't want to be known. You just wanted someone to witness you as you crumbled alone. I'm not memorizing cracks anymore, not yours, not anyone's. I'm learning that love is not a repair job. Love is not a fund for reconstruction. Love is two whole people choosing each other, not two broken people trying to make one another whole, just lovers. I memorized the cracks, but I don't need that knowledge anymore. I don't need to know what breaks you. I need to know what makes you, and more importantly, to know what makes me. I memorize the crack. Now I'm memorizing my own wholeness, and it turns out I'm not as cracked as I thought. I'm just human, and that's not a crack, that's a feature. My friends have started noticing. They don't say anything, but I see the way they glance at each other when I say he was instead of he is to me. I call myself today telling a story about you and me at the shore. He was always afraid of the water. I said he never wanted to swim anymore. And then I stopped, because when did his become was? When did you become someone I speak of in the past tense? Someone who has become numb in my vocabulary. When did the present perfect slip into the past? When did our love become something that couldn't last? I speak in past tense now, the grammar of the gone. You were, we had, I loved, the verbs of the withdrawn. I conjugate your absence in the preterite and imperfect. I speak of you in language that no longer has effect on the present. I speak in past tense, and no one corrects me anymore. They've accepted that you're history, that you're not what I'm living for. I speak in past tense now, it's the only tense that's true. The present tense is empty, the future tense is without you. I remember when we are was our favorite conjugation. Present tense, active voice, indicative mood, the foundation of our love. We are happy, we are together, we are in love. Now R is a ghost word, a memory from above. Now I say we were, and it feels like a betrayal of the present. Like I'm admitting that the present tense was just a pleasant illusion. But the truth is the present tense ended months ago. I just kept speaking and hoping the grammar would make it so. I speak in past tense now, the grammar of the gone. You were, we had, I loved, the verbs of the withdrawn. I conjugate your absence in the preterite and imperfect. I speak of you in language that no longer has effect on the present. I speak in past tense, and no one corrects me anymore. They've accepted that you're history, that you're not what I'm living for. I speak in past tense now, it's the only tense that's true. The present tense is empty, the future tense is without you. But I'm learning a new tense, the future perfect, continuous. I will have been living, I will have been loving, I will have been courageous. Not about you, about me, about the life I'm building on my own. No, the future tense doesn't have to be about being alone. I speak in past tense about you, but I speak in present tense about me. I am healing, I am growing, I am becoming, and I speak in future tense about my life. I will travel, I will create, I will love again. I speak in past tense about you, but you are not the subject of my sentence anymore. I am. I speak in past tense, and that's not lost, that's grammar, that's accuracy, that's true. I speak in past tense because you are past and I am present, and my future is my own to conjugate. At first I tried to hide it, I dressed it up in smiles, I accessorized with busyness, covered it with miles of conversation activity, the noise of a full life. I thought if I just kept moving, I could avoid the night of solitude. I thought if I just pretended I wasn't alone, the loneliness would take the hint and leave me alone. But loneliness is patient, it doesn't care about pretense, waiting until the noise died down and then it made its entrance. Now I wear my loneliness like a well-worn coat. It's not fashionable, not flattering, but it keeps me afloat. It's heavy, yes, and sometimes it's hard to breathe, but it's mine. It's the only thing you didn't take when you had to leave. I wear my loneliness, it's become a part of me. Not something to be ashamed of, not something to flee. It's just the evidence that I loved you, that we're really here. I wear my loneliness like a ghost of you, like the atmosphere. I've stopped trying to hide it, I let it hang in the open now. I let people see its weight, its texture, its furrowed brow. I don't apologize for it anymore, I don't make excuses. Loneliness is not a failure, it's just one of love's bruises. Some days it's a scarf, light and easy, barely there. Some days it's a parka, heavy and cold, a burden hard to bear. But every day I put it on, this garment of your absence. I wear my loneliness like the final quiet evidence. Now I wear my loneliness like a well-worn coat. It's not fashionable, not flattering, but it keeps me afloat. It's heavy, yes, and sometimes it's hard to breathe, but it's mine. It's the only thing you didn't take when you had to leave. I wear my loneliness, it's become a part of me. Not something to be ashamed of, not something to flee. It's just the evidence that I loved you, that you were really here. I wear my loneliness like the ghost of you, like the atmosphere. But codes can be replaced, loneliness can be outgrown. I'm not saying I'm ready to take it off, to stand alone without its weight, but I'm noticing that some days it feels lighter, some days I forget to put it on. Some days the weather is brighter, I wear my loneliness, but I'm not defined by it. It's an accessory, not an identity. It's a garment, not a skin. I wear my loneliness, but I'm learning to take it off, to hang it in the closet, to leave it behind when I go out into the world. Some days I forget to put it on, and those days I feel the sun on my bare shoulders, and it's warm and it's good and it's enough. I wear my loneliness, but I don't have to wear it forever. One day I'll give it away to Goodwill, someone else will need it, someone else will wear it through their own winter. But today I'm wearing it, and that's okay, that's just where I am. I wear my loneliness, but it doesn't wear me, not any me. I stared at you so long, so intently, so bright, but now when I close my eyes I still see your light. It's the same phenomenon, always looking at the sun too long. You burn your image into the retina, a phantom, a song that plays even in darkness. You're the after image of my gaze. I looked at you for years, through nights and through days, and now that you're gone, you're still there, burning to my sight, a ghost of color, a negative of light. This is love fading after image, the residual of your glow. I close my eyes and there you are, the you I used to know. Not clear, not sharp, just an impression, a shape, a hue, the outline of you, the echo of the view. Love's fading after image, you're not here but you're not gone. You're the light that lingers after the sun has moved on. You're the spot of color I see when I look away. It fades slowly over time. The edges blur, the color dims. You become less a photograph and more a hymn. I half remember the details slip away one by one. Your eyes, your smile, the way you looked at the sun. I try to hold on to the image, try to keep it sharp and clear. I don't wanna forget you, I don't want you to disappear. But the after image is stubborn, it fades at its own pace. And I'm learning to let it go, to accept the empty spaces. Is love's faint after image, the residual of your glow. I close my eyes and there you are, the you I used to know. Not clear, not sharp, just an impression, a shape, a hue, the outline of you, the echo of the view. Love's faint after image, you're not here but you're not gone. You're the light that lingers after the sun has moved on. You're the spot of color I see when I look away. Love's faint after image, you're here to stay. But after images don't last forever, the retina eventually clears. The ghost of your glow will fade with the years. And one day I'll close my eyes and see only the dark. And there won't be a loss, there won't be a mark of failure. It will just be the evidence that I feel that I've stopped staring at the sun that burned me and revealed. Love's faint after image, it's fading now. I don't see your smile as clearly, I don't remember the exact shade of your eyes. Love's faint after image, soon you'll be just a memory, not an image burned into my sight. Soon I'll close my eyes and see only the peaceful dark. Love faint after image. Thank you for the light, thank you for the burn, thank you for the after image that taught me how to turn away from the sun and find my own light. Let's fade after image, fading, gone, 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 gone. I've been taking an inventory of what's left of us, cataloging the rents, tallying the dust. Having one, the sweater you left in the closet, gray and soft. Adam 2, the book of poetry you gave me, page 42 marked with a cross. Adam 3, the key to your apartment, still holding on for the mix CD you made, the one we used to sing along to in the car. 5, the photograph from the pier. Adam 6, your favorite coffee mug, the one I still keep here. This is love's final inventory, the accounting of the end. Every item a memory, every memory a dividend of grief. I count them one by one, I write them in a ledger. The sweater, the book, the key, the CD, the photograph, the mug together. Love's final inventory, I'm taking stock of what remains. When the love is gone and only the objects bear the stains of us, I don't know what to do with this collection of what was. I don't know how to close the book on love's final inventory, because Adam 7, the ticket stubs from the first movie. movie we saw. Adam made the receipt from the diner where you proposed a flaw in the paper from where I folded it to keep it safe. Adam 9, the letters you wrote me, tied with a silk lace. Adam 10, the ring I can't even write that one down. It's too heavy to weight it, too much of a crown of our failure. Adam 11, the playlist of songs we loved. Adam 12, the dried flower from the bouquet you sent, now dust, now shoved. This is love's final inventory, the accounting of the end. Every item a memory, every memory a dividend of grief. I count them one by one, I write them in a ledger. The sweater, the book, the key, the CD, the photograph, the mug together. Love's final inventory, I'm taking stock of what remains. When the love is gone and only the objects bear the stains of us, I don't know what to do with this collection of what was. I don't know how to close the book on love's final inventory, because but inventory is not the same as value. The list is not the worth. The items are not the love. They're just the remnants of the birth and death of us. I don't have to keep them to prove that we were real. I don't have to hold on to things to know how to feel. Love's final inventory, I'm not taking stock anymore. To the library, the key returned to the lock, the CD in the trash, the photograph filed away, the mug in the cupboard, the ticket stubs recycled, the receipt shredded, the letters burned, the ring sold, the playlist deleted, the flower composted. Love's final inventory, I don't need it anymore. I don't need things to remember. I don't need objects to grieve. I just need me, and I am not an item on any inventory. I am not a remnant, I am not dust. I am not a memory, I am here. I am alive, I am not what remains. I am what continues. Love's final inventory closed, finished, done, done. It wasn't a sudden plunge, a violin push below. It was a slow, gradual sinking, a gentle, steady flow of water into the boat. At first I didn't notice the boat was sturdy and strong. I thought a little water was normal, that it wouldn't take long to bail it out. So I kept rowing, kept moving, kept my eyes on the horizon. I didn't see the water rising, I didn't see the poison. You were in the boat with me, but you weren't bailing. You were just watching the sea. You weren't helping, you weren't even noticing me. This was love slow drowning, a gradual quiet death. Not a gasp, not a struggle, not a final desperate breath. Just the water rising inch by inch, day by day. Just the boat sinking lower while I pretended we were okay. Love slow drowning, I was the only one bailing. You were just sitting there watching the water prevailing. And by the time I realized we were too far from shore, the boat was already in the water. There was nothing left to restore. I remember the day the water first came in, a small leak, hardly a thing. You said something careless and I felt the boat shudder, felt the sting of water at my ankles, but I smiled and said it's fine. I bailed out the water, patched the hole, drew a new line. The next leak came a week later, then another, then another. I spent a whole relationship bailing, patching, chasing the cover of the leaks. I became an expert in emergency repair, but you never learned, you never even seemed to care. This was love slow drowning, a gradual quiet death. Not a gasp, not a struggle, not a final desperate breath. Just the water rising inch by inch, day by day. Just the boat sinking lower while I pretended we were okay. Love slow drowning, I was the only one bailing. You were just sitting there watching the water prevailing. And by the time I realized we were too far from shore, the boat was already underwater. There was nothing left to restore. I'm not bailing anymore, I'm not patching holes in a sinking ship. I'm swimming now on my own without the burden of our relationship. The water is cold, but I'm learning to move in it. I'm learning that drowning and swimming are not the same. I'm committed. Love slow drowning, I thought I was saving us, but I was just delaying the inevitable. Love slow drowning, I stopped bailing, I stopped patching, I stopped pretending. I let the boat sink and I swam, and it turns out I'm a good swimmer. I was always a good swimmer. I just forgot because I was so busy trying to keep us afloat. Love slow drowning, I didn't drown, I swam, and the shore is closer than I thought. Love slow drowning, I'm not drowning anymore. I'm swimming, and it's not drowning, it's freedom. There was a time when my hope was a bustling city, streets full of dreams, avenues of possibility, full of wit. No wonder there was a town square where optimism gathered. There were shops selling futures, cafes where plans were hatched and lathered. You were the mayor of that city, the elected official of my heart. You ran on a platform of forever, of never growing apart. And we built together, you and I, a metropolis of belief. We thought our hope was infinite, immune to any grief. But now my hope is a ghost town, abandoned and still. The streets are empty, the shops are boarded. There's a chill in the air, the town square is silent. No gatherings, no noise, the only residents of memories. The only sound is the voice of the wind through the empty buildings. My hope is a ghost town. You were the mayor and you shut the whole town down. You didn't just leave the city, you took the entire map. You left me with the ruins and the hope of getting back. I walk the deserted streets sometimes, a tourist in my own past. I peer through the windows of the shop, see the dreams that didn't last. There's the bakery where we planned our wedding cake, now covered in dust. There's the bookstore where we picked out baby names, now covered in rust. There's a cinema where we saw our future screen dark and blank. There's a park where we imagined our children, benches broken and ranked. My hope is a ghost town, and I am the only resident left, the only one who remembers the city before it was bereft. But now my hope is a ghost town, abandoned and still. The streets are empty, the shops are boarded. There's a chill in the air, the town square is silent. No gatherings, no noise, the only residence of memories. The only sound is the voice of the wind through the empty buildings. My hope is a ghost town. You were the mayor and you shut the whole town down. You didn't just leave the city, you took the entire map. You left me with the ruins and the hope of getting back. But ghost towns can be revitalized, new settlers can arrive, new dreams can be planted, new hopes can be revived. It won't be the same city, it won't have the same name, but it can be a town again, it can live again all the same. My hope is a ghost town, but I'm hanging a new sign under new management, open for business this way to the future. My hope is a ghost town, I knew before you moved, I saw it in your eyes. The distance that is proof of everything we were. It was a Tuesday, ordinary and gray. You looked at me across the table, and I saw you look away. Without looking away, your eyes were on me, you weren't there. Your gaze was a formality, a performance, an heir to the throne of indifference. I saw the shift, the flicker, the fade. I saw the moment you stopped seeing me, the choice that you made. It was the distance in a look, the miles in your eyes. You were sitting right across from me, but you were already gone, already wise to the fact that we were ending. I saw it in that glance, the distance in a look, the end of our romance. No words needed, no explanation required. The distance in a look said everything, and everything was tired. You didn't have to tell me you were leaving, I already knew. The distance in a look said goodbye, the distance in a look was true. I replayed the look 1,000 times, analyzed its depth. Was it resignation? Was it relief? Was it the final breath of us? I've tried to find the exact moment when your gaze went cold. I've tried to find the precise second when our story stopped being told. But distance doesn't arrive all at once, it creeps in slow and sure. It's the gradual cooling of attention, the slow, steady lure of elsewhere. The distance in a look is just the culmination of weeks, months, years of slow separation. It was the distance in a look, the miles in your eyes. You were sitting right across from me, but you were already gone, already wise to the fact that we were ending. I saw it in that glance, the distance in a distance in a look. I don't wanna see it again, not in someone else's eyes, not in my own. The distance in a look. I'm learning to close the gap, to be here, to be present, to be seen. The distance in a look. It told me that love is not just in the words, it's in the eyes, it's in the attention, it's in the choice to stay present. The distance in a look. I'm choosing proximity now. I'm choosing to be here, and I'm choosing to be seen. I wore it on the day you left, though I didn't know it then. I thought it was just another Tuesday, just another win. I pulled it from the closet, navy blue, simple, plain. I didn't know it would become the uniform of my pain. I didn't know that every time I see the fabric, the shade, I'd remember standing in the doorway, watching you fade away. I didn't know the dress would become a shrine, a relic of the moment you stopped being mine. The goodbye dress I haven't worn it since. It hangs in the back of my closet, the final evidence of us. I can't bring myself to throw it out. It's the only thing I have from the day of our drought. The goodbye dress I should donate it, give it away, but something makes me keep it, makes me wanna stay in that moment, in that doorway, in that navy blue. The goodbye dress, the last thing I wore when I was still with you. I remember how the fabric felt against my skin that day. Soft, comfortable, nothing special, just an ordinary display of clothing. I remember thinking I should wear this more often. I didn't know it would become the uniform of my coffin, of memories. I didn't know that every time I'd see that shade of blue, I'd see your car pulling away, see the last glimpse of you. I didn't know that dress would become a witness to the end. I didn't know that Tuesday was the day our love would bend. The goodbye dress I haven't worn it since. It hangs in the back of my closet, the final evidence of us. I can't bring myself to throw it out. It's the only thing I have from the day of our drought. The goodbye dress I should donate it, give it away, but something makes me keep it, makes me wanna stay in that moment, in that doorway, in that navy blue. The goodbye dress, the last thing I wore when I was still with you. Today I took it out of the closet, I held it in my hands. I felt the fabric, soft and familiar, the evidence of our disband. And I realized it's not the dress that holds the power, it's me. I'm the one who gives it meaning, hour by hour. The goodbye dress, I'm not keeping it anymore. Not because I'm over you, not because I've even the score. I'm letting it go because it's just fabric, it's just thread. It doesn't deserve the weight of the day. It's the last photo of us, taken 3 weeks before the end. We're at your sister's wedding. You're in a suit, I'm in chiffon. We pretend that everything is fine. We're smiling, arm in arm, faces bright. No one looking at this picture would know we were already a fading light. I've studied this photograph 1,000 times, maybe more. I know every detail, every shadow, every pore. I know the way you smile doesn't quite reach your eyes. I know the way my head on your arm is a subtle, quiet compromise. It's the last photo's edge that gets me, the border where you fade, the place where the image stops and memory is made. The edge of the photograph is where our story ends. It's the frame around our last good moment, the place where the lens stopped capturing and the grieving began. The last photo's edge is the line between what we were and what we became. The ledge we fell from, I keep coming back to that border, that thin white line. The last photo's edge, a place where we stop being mine. I've thought about cutting you out of the picture, just keeping me a solo shot from that day, a version of myself that's free from the weight of you beside me. But I can't bring myself to do it. The photograph needs both of us to tell the truth, to transmit the story of us. And the edge is part of the story too. The edge is the evidence that the frame is what holds the view. Without the edge, the photograph is just paper and ink. The edge is what contains us, what keeps us from the brink. It's the last photo's edge that gets me, the border where you fade, the place where the image stops and the memory is made. The edge of the photograph is where our story ends. It's the frame around our last good moment, the place where the lens stopped capturing and the grieving began. The last photo's edge is the line between we were and what we became. The ledge we fell from, I keep coming back to that border, that thin white line. The last photo's edge, the place where you stop being mine. But photographs are not prisons, they're just moments frozen in time. And edges are not walls, they're just the end of the rhyme. I can put the photograph away, I can close the album, let it rest. The last photo's edge doesn't have to be the final test. The last photo's edge, I'm not cutting you out, I'm not throwing it away, I'm just putting it in a drawer, closing the album, letting it rest. The last photo's edge, it's not the edge of my life, it's just the edge of a moment that ended, a moment that taught me the moment's end, and that's okay. That's how moments work. The last photo's edge, I don't need to study it anymore. I don't need to memorize the way you smile didn't reach your eyes. I just need to remember that I was there, that I smiled, that I loved, and that the edge of that photograph is not the edge of me. gave me a map on our first anniversary, hand drawn and true. Here's how to find me, you said. Here's the route to get to you. You marked the starting point, the path, the destination at the end. You said as long as you have this map, you'll always find me, my friend. I folded it carefully, kept it in my wallet, close to my heart. I studied it at night, traced the lines, memorized every part. I thought the map was a promise, a guarantee of your location. I thought as long as I had the map, I'd never face separation. But the map led nowhere, the destination didn't exist. I followed every turn, every landmark, every twist. And when I arrived at the X to mark the spot, there was nothing there, just an empty vacant lot. The map led nowhere, you gave me directions to a place that wasn't real. You gave me a promise of arrival that you never planned to fulfill. The map led nowhere, and I'm still standing at the X, wondering where you are, wondering what comes next. I thought maybe I misread it, maybe I took a wrong turn, maybe the faded ink was my fault, the lesson I had to learn. So I retraced my steps, went back to the starting line. I followed the map again, more carefully this time. But the result was the same, an empty field, no sign of you, no house, no door, no welcome and no evidence of you. And I realized standing there in the middle of nowhere alone, that the map was never meant to lead me home. But the map led nowhere, the destination didn't exist. I followed every turn, every landmark, every twist. And when I arrived at the X and marked the spot, there was nothing there, just an empty vacant lot. The map led nowhere, you gave me directions to a place that wasn't real. You gave me a promise of arrival that you never planned to fulfill. The map led nowhere, and I'm still standing at the X, wondering where you are, wondering what comes next. I don't need your map anymore, I don't need directions to you. I'm drawing my own map now, with my own destinations, my own points of view. And the first place I'm marking is here, where I stand, not waiting for you, not looking for you, just claiming my own land. The map led nowhere, but I'm not lost, I'm not wandered, I'm not waiting for you to appear at the X. The map led nowhere, but I'm somewhere. I am here, and here is not nowhere. Here is where I start my own journey, my own map, my own destination. The map led nowhere, but I am not nowhere. I am everywhere I need to be, and the X that marks the spot is not where you are. We had our own alphabet, a language only we could read. Each letter a memory, each word a shared creed. O was for the apartment where we first said hello. B was for the beach where we watched the sunset glow. C was for the coffee shop on the corner, our second home. D was for the dreams we dreamed together, the seeds we'd sown. We built sentences from these letters, paragraphs, entire books. We thought our alphabet was infinite, but only took one day for you to scatter our alphabet across the floor. You didn't just leave, you dismantled the language we built before. You took the letters we had crafted, the words we had designed, and you threw them in the air. Let the wind have them, let them unwind. Now I'm picking up the pieces. I hear, see that she lost, trying to reconstruct a language that came at too high a cost. We're scattered out for bed of us, lying on the ground. I'm trying to make words again, but no sense can be found. E was for the evenings we spent on the phone, hours at a time. F was for the forgiveness I gave you again and again, a rhyme that became a pattern. H was for the hope I held on to, desperate and tight. I was for the intimacy we shared, the merging of light. J was for the jealousy you denied, but clearly felt. K was for the kindness you showed strangers, the cards you dealt. L was for the love I thought was mutual, but now I see was mostly mine. L was for the love you took from me. One day for you to scatter our alphabet across the board. You didn't just leave, you dismantled the language we built before. You took the letters we had crafted, the words we had designed, and you threw them in the air. Let the wind have them, let them unwind. Now I'm picking up the pieces. I hear, see, they're lost, trying to reconstruct a language that came at too high a cost. The scattered alphabet of us, lying on the ground. I'm trying to make words again, but no sense can be found. I'm not trying to reconstruct our alphabet anymore. I'm learning a new language, one that doesn't include you in its lore. It has new letters, new words, new ways to say what I feel, and the first word I'm learning is goodbye. Scattered alphabet, I'm not picking up the pieces, I'm leaving them on the floor. Let someone else find them, let someone else try to make sense of what we were. The scattered alphabet, I'm not picking up the pieces, I'm leaving them on the floor. And that's enough say hello to him, for me. And that's enough. That's more than enough. That's everything. There's a hollow in my chest where you used to live. It's not a wound, not a scar, not a wound you'd give. And then watch heal, it's a space, a cavity, a void. It's the absence of you, the silence of the noise you used to make. It's the shape of your body against mine at night. It's the echo of your breathing, the ghost of your light. It's not painful exactly, not sharp or acute. It's just empty, it's just quiet, it's just mute. This hollow where you were, this negative of you, I carry it with me everywhere, in everything I do. It's not heavy, it's just present. It's not sharp, it's just there. It's the space between my ribs, they used to hold your care. This hollow where you were, I try to fill it with other things, with work and friends and travel and the comfort that distraction brings. But nothing fits quite right, nothing fills the space. This hollow where you were has your particular shape, your particular face. Some days I forget it's there, I go about my day. I laugh, I work, I eat, I sleep, I find a way to function. And then I reach for you in the middle of the night. My hand finds a cold sheet, the empty space, the vacant light. And I remember the hollow isn't gone, it's just been waiting. It's been patient, it's been quiet, it's been anticipating the moment when I forget and reach for you again. The hollow is a habit of you, the groove that never ends. This hollow where you were, this negative of you, I carry it with me everywhere, in everything I do. It's not heavy, it's just present. It's not sharp, it's just there. It's the space between my ribs, they used to hold your care. This hollow where you were, I've tried to fill it with other things, with work and friends and travel and the comfort that distraction brings. But nothing fits quite right, nothing fills the space. This hollow where you were has your particular shape, your particular face. But hollows aren't forever, even the deepest intent can be smoothed over, can be filled, can be spent. I'm learning that the hollow isn't a void, it's a mold. It's the shape of what I learn, not the shape of what I hold. This hollow where you were, I thought it was emptiness, but maybe it's just space, space for something new, space for someone new, space for me. This hollow where you were, it doesn't have to be a monument to you. It can be a garden, it can be a room, it can be a beginning. This hollow where you were, I'm not filling it with distractions, I'm not filling it with regret. I'm just letting it be what it is, a space that used to hold you and now holds possibility. This hollow where you were, it's not empty, it's waiting. And that's not the same as empty, that's hopeful. We spend years designing it, our future, our shared life, on napkins, on weekends, on ordinary nights. You sketch the floor plan of our dream house, room by room. I picked the colors, the furniture, the flowers that would bloom. We talked about the children, their names, their schools, their dreams. We talked about the holidays, the traditions, the themes. We built a life on paper, on promises, on plans. And then you took the blueprints, you took them in your hands. You took the blueprints, rolled them up, walked out the door. You left me with the empty lot, the barren, waiting floor. You took the plans for our future, the design of our years. You left me with the memory of the architecture of our fears and our hopes. You took the blueprints, you didn't even leave a copy. Now I'm standing on the land where we were gonna build, and it's so happy with the ghosts of what we planned. You took the blueprints, and I don't know how to build without them. I don't know how to want the future we almost filled. I keep trying to remember the details. How many bedrooms did we decide? 2, 3, an office for you, a studio for my pride. What color was the kitchen? You wanted yellow, I wanted blue. We compromised on cream. I remember that. I remember me and you standing in the paint aisle, holding swatches up to the light. We were so happy, so sure, so convinced we had it right. I remember the sketch of the garden, the vegetable beds in the back. I remember the porch swing you promised we'd hang, the swing I now lack. You took the blueprints, rolled them up, walked out the door. You left me with the empty lot, the barren waiting floor. You took the plans for our future, the design of our years. You left me with the memory of the architecture of our fears and our hopes. You took the blueprints, you didn't even leave a copy. Now I'm standing on the land where we were gonna build, and it's so happy with the ghost of what we planned. You took the blueprints, and I don't know how to build without them. I don't know how to want the future we almost feel. I'm drawing new blueprints now with my own hand, my own design. Not a house for two, but a home for one. And it's gonna be fine. It won't have a studio for you, it won't have your office space, but it'll have a room for me to grow, a room for my own grace. You took the blueprints, but I'm an architect too. I don't need your plans to build something new. You took the blueprints, but the light is still mine, and I'm building something that will stand the test of time. Not a monument to us, not a memorial to you, a home for me, a home that's true. You took the blueprints, but I have my own pen, and I'm drawing my future again. And this time the only signature at the bottom is mine. You arrived with the fuse already lit, sparkling and bright. I saw you coming from a mile away, a streak of color in the night. You said, watch this, and exploded into 1,000 shades of gold. I stood there, mouth open, captivated, bold. You lit up the whole sky, every corner of my dark. You wrote your name in light, left your glittering mark. And everyone turned to look, everyone pointed and stared. You were magnificent, you were brilliant, you were a firework, beautiful and brief, a burst of color, a moment of relief. From the ordinary gray, you were the grand finale of my heart. You were the spectacle, the sally of light against the darkness. With fireworks gone last, they burn bright and fast, then their ashes in the grass. You were a firework, and I stood in the afterglow, wishing I could make you stay, wishing I could make you slow. I tried to catch a sparks, gather them in my hands. I thought if I could save a light, I'd make you understand that you could be permanent, that you didn't have to fade. I thought if I collected all your brilliance, all the light you made, I could reconstruct. But you were a constellation in my room, but sparks die without oxygen. They fade into the gloom, and my hands, they got burned, my palms, they got scarred. I tried to hold a firework, I tried too hard. You were a firework, beautiful and brief, a burst of color, a moment of relief. From the ordinary gray, you were the grand finale of my heart. You were the spectacle, the sally of light against the darkness. With fireworks don't last, they burn bright and fast, and their ashes in the grass. You were a firework, and I stood in the afterglow, wishing I could make you stay, wishing I could make you so. I'm learning to enjoy fireworks for what they are, temporary celebrations, not promises of permanence, not foundations of nations. Just brief, beautiful bursts of light that remind us we're alive, and then they're gone, and that's okay. That's how they thrive. You are a firework. I don't try to catch you anymore. I just look up at the sky and appreciate for sure. You were a firework, and that was enough. That was more than enough. That was everything. You were a firework, and that was enough. That was more than enough. That was everything. I came to you homeless, weary from the road. I had been traveling for years, carrying a heavy load of past loves, past losses, past disappointments and dreams. I was looking for a place to rest, or so it seems. You opened your door and said, come and stay a while. You offered me warm shelter, a reason to smile. I unpacked my bags, hung my clothes in your closet, arranged my books on your shelf. I thought I had finally found a home, a place to be myself. But you were a temporary home, a rental, not a purchase, a lease, not a deed. I should've known, should've seen the surface was all there was. You were a temporary home, and I overstayed my welcome. I thought if I just paid enough rent, gave enough love, you let me become a permanent resident. But you were never zoned for forever. You were a short-term rental, a brief moment of the weather. You were a temporary home, and now I'm on the road again, looking for a place that doesn't have a move-out date, a place that doesn't end. The eviction was quiet, no sheriff, no notice, no lock change. You just stopped renewing the lease, let the arrangement grow strange. You stopped asking about my day, you stopped saving me a spot on the couch. You stopped leaving the light on when I worked late. You stopped the slouch of your body toward mine in bed. You made it clear without a word that my tendency was ending, that my voice was no longer heard in the chambers of your heart. So I packed my bags again, folded my clothes, took my books from your shelf, and prepared for the road that froze. But you were a temporary home, a rental, not a purchase, a lease, not a deed. I should've known, should've seen the surface was all there was. You were a temporary home, and I overstayed my welcome. I thought if I just paid enough rent, gave enough love, you let me become a permanent resident. But you were never zoned for forever. listening. But I've learned something on the road. I've learned that home is not a place. It's not four walls and a roof, not someone else's face. Home is what I carry with me, the sense of my own worth. I don't need a temporary home, I need to remember my own hearth. You were a temporary home, but I am my own permanent residence. I am my own foundation, my own walls, my own roof, my own door. You were a temporary home, but I don't need a rent space in someone else's heart. I own my own, I am the landlord of my own life, and I'm not evicting myself ever again. You were a temporary home, but I am forever to myself, and that is the only forever that matters. I heard about your love before I ever felt it. People spoke of it and whispered how you could melt it over someone, how your devotion was fierce and true. They said when you loved all the way through. I waited for that love, I listened for a sound, I watched for its arrival, scanned the horizon, looked around, and then you said you loved me, and I believed the hype. I thought I'd finally received the real thing, the genuine type. But your love was a rumor, a story I've been told, a myth, a legend, a tale that had grown old in the telling. Your love was a rumor, something I'd heard but never actually experienced, never touched, never conferred. Your love was a rumor, and I was the gullible one. I believed the gossip, the hearsay, the secondhand son. Your love was a rumor, and by the time I knew the truth, I had already invested my entire trust in you. I asked your friends about it, did he love or was it real? They said, oh yes, completely, he was down to his very heel in love. I asked your mother, she said, he's always been that way. When he loves deeply, he just needs someone to stay. But you didn't stay, and your love it never deepened. It was surface level, shallow, the kind that needs to be deepened by time and effort and choice. But you chose not to choose, you chose to let the rumor of your love speak instead of you. But your love was a rumor, a story I've been told, a myth, a legend, a tale that had grown old in the telling. Your love was a rumor, something I'd heard but never actually experienced, never touched, never conferred. Your love was a rumor, and I was the gullible one. I believed the gossip, the hearsay, the secondhand son. Your love was a rumor, and by the time I knew the truth, I had already invested my entire trust in you. I'm not listening to rumors anymore, not about love, not about you. I'm only believing what I can see, what I can touch, what I can hold as true. Love is not a story someone else tells. Love is a daily quiet choice. Love is not a rumor, love is a voice. Your love was a rumor, but I don't trade in rumors anymore. I trade in truth, in actions, in presence, in the small consistent sizes that say I am here. I choose you today again, still. Your love was a rumor, but I am not a rumor. I am real, my love is real. And the next time I give it, it will be to someone who doesn't need a reputation. Someone whose love is not a story someone else tells. Someone whose love's a story we write together. Your love was a rumor. I'm done with rumors. I'm ready for the truth. Loving you was never peaceful. It was never calm or still. It was a campaign, a battle, a struggle of will. I was always fighting for your attention, your approval, your time. I was always strategizing, always in the front line. Your love was a war, and I was the soldier. I fought against your indifference, your distance, your cold shoulder. I fought against your history, your fears, your guarded heart. I fought against the part of you that wanted to depart. Your love, my quiet war, no one knew I was fighting. I wore my combat like composure, my battles like writing on the wall that only I could read. I was a soldier in secret, fighting for ground you kept retreating from, for a peace treaty I couldn't complete. You love my quiet war, and I was losing from the start. You were never fully present. You were always half a world apart. My quiet war, and now the fighting's done. But peace doesn't feel like peace. It feels like I've lost, like I've won. I documented every battle in the journal of my mind. The day you forgot my birthday, that was a loss of bind. The day you said I love you without looking up from your phone. A small defeat, a minor wound, but I was fighting alone. The day you chose your friends over me, the day you didn't call, the day you said you needed space, the day you built a wall. I cataloged each injury, each skirmish, each retreat. I thought if I just kept fighting, I could make our love complete. Your love, my quiet war, no one knew I was fighting. I wore my combat like composure, white battles like writing on the wall that only I could read. I was a soldier in secret, fighting for ground you kept retreating from, for a peace treaty not to you, to myself I surrender the need for your approval. I surrender the hope that you'll change. I surrender the fight for a love that was never really a fight. It was a one-woman war, and I was the only casualty. Your love, my quiet war, it's over now, and I am not the loser. I am the survivor, and survivors don't need to win the war. They just need to live through it, and I did. I lived, and that is victory enough. It was a one-woman